the Shadows of Cedar Hill. Are you ready for a spine-chilling adventure? Join me on Midnight Murmurs as we explore the dark secrets of Cedar Hill, a town with a cursed past and a sinister entity lurking in the shadows. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on our latest terrifying tales. The community of Cedar Hill has long been recognized for its stunning views and friendly residents. Situated in the middle of the countryside, it's the type of spot where time appears to stop still and the problems of the world slip away. Yet, as our group of friends arrived in town, there was an odd sensation in the air that was impossible to ignore. Despite the friendly smiles of the locals, there was an underlying sense of fear and desperation in their eyes that sent chills down our spines. The sun was setting on the horizon, casting long shadows across the quaint streets and old buildings. We couldn't quite put our finger on it, but something seemed odd. As we wandered about the town, we observed the lack of people and the stillness that seemed to follow us everywhere we went. It seemed as if the community was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. Despite the uncomfortable ambience, we attempted to push the sensation aside and appreciate the town's attractiveness. But the more we explored, the more we realized that there was more to Cedar Hill than met the eye. The welcoming grins of the residents appeared artificial, and the picturesque environment seemed almost too perfect. It felt as if the town was concealing something from us, and we were desperate to learn its mysteries. Yet little did we know, the darkness that hung over Cedar Hill was far more awful than we could have ever imagined. Like a creeping shadow, it was going to devour us whole. As we explore deeper into the mystery of Cedar Hill, we unearth a dark and tragic past. The town's serene and beautiful veneer covers a horrific truth, one that has been kept for decades. It all started when a group of settlers made a bargain with an old evil monster that lurked in the shadows of the surrounding woodlands. The organization offered the settlers wealth and safety in exchange for sacrifices. At first, the settlers offered animals and other minor offerings to pacify the creature. Yet, as time went on, the creature wanted more and more offerings, and the villagers found themselves sacrificing their fellow human beings. For years, this cycle continued, with the creature being appeased by gifts of blood and flesh. But now, the entity's appetite has grown insatiable, and the community is running out of people to provide. The residents of Cedar Hill live in continual worry of when the entity will demand its next sacrifice, and who it will be. It's a terrible concept to know that such evil exists in the world, hidden from sight, waiting to strike when we least expect it. Yet it's a reality that the inhabitants of Cedar Hill have lived with for decades. Can our gang of friends be able to break the curse and release the community from the entity's grip? Only time will tell. The companions' inquiry took them to the town's old library, where they uncovered a dusty tome that disclosed the town's grim history. While they looked through the pages, odd shadows seemed to flicker across the walls, and whispering reverberated through the stacks of books. Their quest also took them to the town's abandoned church, where they found cryptic patterns engraved onto the walls and weird, unnatural stains on the floor. The closer they went to the truth, the more the shadows appeared to writhe and twist, taking on terrible shapes and terrifying forms. The friends quickly recognized that the creature had invaded the community, and its impact was getting greater by the day. They noticed individuals behaving abnormally, talking incoherently to themselves, and executing unusual rituals in the middle of night. Their ultimate battle with the monster was a frightening event. The creature that erupted from the darkness was unlike anything they had ever seen before, a horrific mix of flesh, bone, and darkness. Its eyes blazed with a horrible green light, and its breath was like the odor of rotting. The pals battled with all their might, brandishing homemade weapons and spells that they had acquired from the old tome. They endured serious injuries, but they refused to back down, knowing that the destiny of the community relied on their victory. In the end, the companions managed to break the spell and expel the thing back to the darkness from where it came. Yet their victory was bittersweet, as they realized that they had lost a part of themselves in the process. They departed Cedar Hill with sorrowful hearts, plagued by the sacrifices they had to make to rescue the village. The Shadows of Cedar Hill is a gripping cautionary story that will leave readers breathless and on edge. The story's ability to depict the tension and anxiety of dealing with ancient evil is unrivaled, and it serves as a warning that often the most beautiful and friendly locations may hide the deepest secrets. The lesson is clear: we must be attentive and fearless in our struggle against darkness, even if it means addressing our darkest fears and making sacrifices. Despite its creepy and unsettling themes, The Shadows of Cedar Hill is also a narrative of hope and triumph against evil. The companions' persistence and bravery in the face of enormous obstacles are an inspiration, and their eventual success illustrates that even in the darkest situations, there is always a ray of light. When Midnight Murmurs listeners think on the narrative, they may find themselves experiencing a sense of serenity and relaxation, knowing that they have conquered their anxieties and emerged stronger for it. And for those who want to experience more fascinating stories like these, I welcome you to like and subscribe to Midnight Murmurs, where we offer you the most riveting tales of horror and suspense.